Everyone, it's the English Creative here, and today I'm showing you a Photoshop CC tutorial. Basically I'm going to show you how to make any picture you want. So I've got this one of me, vain I know, and then create it into a watercolor image by your own hand. So let's get started. So first I'm going to show you how to do the basic watercolor texture, which you can see down this right hand side. So first you need to go to File, New. Then you need to, I tend to go for 10 by 10 inches. Make sure it is on inches. And then at least 300 resolution pixel per inch. And then I go for the CMYK colour instead of the RGB colour, just because I like to print from it. You can always change it back to the RGB colour, but you can't do it the other way round. So it's always best to go for that bit and then a white background, and then you just click create. So here we go, here's our white clean background, and then I want you to do basically add a group. So you go down to what looks like a file icon, click that, add a new group, and then you go to this icon here. This will basically allow you to add a texture. So then I want you to go to Edit, Fill. Now mine's already set to it because I do this a lot, but if you go down to Pattern, and then what you want to do is add this pattern here, which is the watercolor base texture. So you go down to, make sure you go down to Artist Surfaces, and then when this comes up you click Append. And then it'll add all these into your custom patterns. Now you want to make sure you click, I think it's that one. Yes, the light in watercolor 150 by 150 pixels grayscale mode. That's the one. And then you click OK. And then the last thing you have to do is put multiply. Okay. And now if you add a new layer to this, if I just scroll this up a bit so you can see a bit better. So I've added another layer. This is going to be my picture layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this picture, just click on it, drag it to here. So as you can see, the texture is already working. It's already added this grainy effect to it. But I'm not going to keep this picture. Eventually I will delete this layer. So what I'm going to do now is it's actually created its own layer, so that's okay. So I'm going to rename it Photo. And then this layer I'm going to drag so it's on top of it. I'm going to name it Color Layer. Make sure it's on multiply again. Then I'm going to scroll down to the brush tool. Now mine's already set to multiply, but you just need to change this. So basically what this will do, if I turn this layer off and just pick a colour, is it will add layers to each colour. As you can see, it's getting darker, so you can really make the picture like stand out by adding layer upon layer of colour, which I find really effective and I really like. So let's just undo this. Okay. Now the watercolor brush that I'm doing, I've downloaded from a lady called Jess. She's created this brush. I will show you the link where you can find it down in the section below this video. If you download that, and I tend to always start off with a fairly small size brush. If I add that again, and let's add another layer. So this is going to be background colour, because as you can see, my photo it's got this green background, and then I'm actually sat on top of this green background. So you really have to look at it layer by layer. Now what you have to do is this I would say is the easy part, is you change the colour and you match the colour by clicking this eyedropper tool. And basically what this does is, as you can see, it's changing the colour as we move it around. So then, making sure I'm on the background layer, I'm going to zoom in by clicking Control++. Well, that's a bit scary, isn't it? Right, zoom in, and then I'm going to literally just apply colour. Doesn't matter if you go over. See, I'm going slightly over my hair, but it doesn't matter, because the way I've arranged these layers, it means that this will go behind this layer. So if I then, let's say, just get rid of that, apply a colour to this layer, let's just say any colour, it will go in front of that. So then when I blend, it won't even touch that green unless I click this background layer, and then it will blend. Okay, so let's undo this again. Oh no, I didn't want to redo brush. So let's go back to that. So I might actually, so let's make this brush a bit bigger. Okay, and then once again, I want to click off this. I'm going to click the eyedropper tool. Click this. Can you see that it's changed the colour from the brown colour that I was on to a skin colour, which is the top colour in the circle. And I'm just gonna do it very gently, just where I know the colour definitely is. I'm just gonna literally, it can be really rough. You don't have to be exactly precise with it, which is why I like this idea so much. And then you keep doing this. So this is getting a bit darker skin colour up here, just where you know there's a skin tone to it. So that's all I do, and then keep clicking off this and blending it. What I use is the smudge tool. And I use the watercolor brush as well for this, and I just blend it in. There we go. Okay, so that's at least part of my face done. Now what I do for eyes is I usually start in the middle. So you want to reduce the size down to about 7. Zoom in quite a lot. Not that much. Right. Center the eye. Then you want to use the eyedropper tool again to change the colour of your paint. Go to about 6, and then you want to, on top, just simply go over the colour where you know it is on the picture. Need to layer it a bit just so I get that dark like look of the iris. Now if I you can see I've layered it. It needs to be a bit darker in the center. There we go. And then eventually, if you keep on doing this, eventually it will look like this. And as you can see, I've done the background. If I remove this is partially done. It's not complete yet. It's looking a bit scary at the minute, but this is partially done. And I think it looks quite effective once complete. So just carry on doing that until you complete it, or until you're happy with it. Some people prefer to keep the picture as a background because they quite like the effect of having the watercolour on top. And there you have it, really. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. I am the English Creative, and yeah, check out my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.